What's up guys, Genesis King here, and today I'm going to share with you 5 simple tips to help make your next Stellaris playthrough a little bit simpler. These are tips that took me quite a few playthroughs actually to learn, so I am sharing them with you in the hopes that your learning curve is not as steep as mine was. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. Tip number 1, giving multiple orders to your science ships and or your construction ships. As you can see here, we're in the very early game. We've got some territory, met some other empires, but what I want to show you is giving multiple orders to your science and or construction ships. So normally you would select your science ship and right click and survey system, and every time you right click survey system, it gives them a new order and deletes the old order. So in order to give orders that are stacked on top of each other, all you need to do, hold down the shift button, right click as you normally would, select survey system, and do this for all of the systems you want to survey or explore. So as you can see, it adds the orders on top of the other orders, and this is nice so that you don't have to micromanage every time your science ship goes to a new system. The idea is the same for construction ships as well. So if you want to give them multiple orders, we'll look at this construction ship right here. We'll go ahead and build a mining station in the system they are in, but let's say we want to build a mining station up here in this system. Same thing as before, just hold down that shift button and click build mining stations. Same as before with the science ship. This is nice to do. Go ahead and add multiple orders so you don't have to micromanage your ships as much. Tip number 2, selecting multiple fleets or ships to give one order rather than multiple orders. So similar to tip number 1, this allows you to micromanage a lot less. Later in the game you will have multiple fleets, so it is a very nice thing to be able to give one order to multiple fleets. So how do we do this? Select which fleets you want by holding down shift and left clicking. So let's select this one, and this one. And then all we need to do is right click on a system as you normally would to order the fleets to move to that system. As you can see over here, they are all now on the move, and I've done it with one order rather than 3. Tip number 3 has to do with trade. So let's say we want to offer this other empire here some instant transfer of minerals. Down here you can see if we just left click, we can increase the number of minerals that we want to send. Similarly, we can decrease it. Now if we want to increase by an amount other than 1, all we need to do is hold down the control button and left click. It will increase by 10, and we can also decrease by 10. If you would like to increase by 100, all you have to do is hold the shift button, hit plus, and again decrease by 100, hit the minus button with that left click while holding shift. And if we want to increase by 1,000, hold control, also hold shift, and left click either increase or decrease. This makes it nice and easy, so if you want to send a lot of minerals, you don't have to sit here and click literally 1,000 times to get to the amount that you want. Tip number 4, getting your armies to follow one of your fleets. So how do you do this? Select the army that you would like to have follow one of your fleets, and then just simply right click on that fleet. As you can see, it's moving up behind it. Now, if we order this fleet to, let's say, move over to this part of the system, that army is going to follow it. This makes it nice and easy to, once again, you don't have to micromanage movement. If you weren't doing this, you would have to select the army, right click to the system you want it to go to, and then select your fleet, and then right click the system you want it to go to. With this setup, all you gotta do, select the fleet you want to use, and then tell it to move to the next system over. As you can see, the army is going to follow that and jump to the next system. The 5th and final tip is how to view resources in a system that you do not own but you have surveyed without hovering your cursor over the system. And that simply is, if you are zoomed in enough, holding down the Alt button, and as you can see, all of these systems, the resources in those systems pop up and you can see them. It does only work when you are zoomed in at a certain amount, so as you can see, if I pop out here, I can't see it, but if I zoom in enough, it does show up on the screen. This is useful if you are thinking about what systems you are going to claim in a war. So rather than hovering over, you can just hold down the Alt button and view the resources in the system when you are making the choice as to what systems you are going to claim. I hope you found these 5 tips useful. If you have, let me know by smashing that like button. Today's question for you is, what other tips or tricks that I did not cover here do you have that will make someone else's next playthrough a little bit simpler? Leave your answers down in the comments. I'm interested to know what ideas and tips you have. Thank you all so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss an upload. Good luck with your next playthrough, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Later, everybody.